Okay, so this guy Brandon Tatum on Twitter has been putting Nick Fuentes on blast, calling him a racist, posting clips of Holocaust denial, this, that, the other. Um, and so I'm just gonna play this clip. You've probably seen it, but just to recap.
It was better for them too. Number one, but number two, who cares? Who cares? Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, and to drink out of a different water fountain, big fucking deal. Oh no, they had to go to a different school. Their water fountain in that famous picture was worse. Who cares? Grow up, drink out of the fucking water fountain. It's water. It's the same. And even if it was bad, who cares? Who cares? It's better. It's better in general. We all agree it was better for them. It's better for us. It's better in general. It was better for them too. Number one, but number two, who cares? Who cares? Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, and to drink out of a different water fountain, big fucking deal. Oh no, they had to go to a different school.
Yeah. So anyway, you get the gist. He's calling this racist. This is disgusting. I went back and watched a few Nick Fuentes live streams and they were troubling. He claims this is an out of context video, but I'm waiting for him to post it in context because this looks racist as hell. Okay. All right. Okay, Brandon. Well, let's I didn't know who the fuck this guy was. So apparently, he's the co-founder of Blexit, and I thought this was a racial separatist movement when I first looked at it, but no, it isn't. It isn't at all. They're not going anywhere. They're not exiting America. That's what I thought. Oh, we're leaving the political orthodoxy. In other words, this is a very well-designed website. You'll notice this whole thing exists to essentially convince black people to become Republican. Here you go. 3,500 black Republicans and 1,300 white Republicans were lynched by the KKK. See, there's equality in lynchings. See, we all got lynched, but it was because we're Republican. Those poor persecuted Republicans. I'm sure they were all Republicans. Not a single one of them was Democrat. I mean, like, come on, dude. This is just bullshit. This is just bullshit. But and you imagine if a white guy said that. Imagine if a white guy made that point. Oh no, it's the Imagine Donald Trump said, black people and white people were both being lynched during that time. Really, I mean, a lot of people got lynched. It wasn't racial. They were only lynched because they were Republicans. They were persecuted conservatives. Those are the real victims. Just fucking garbage, man. Just garbage. And this guy's gonna call racism. And just to give you an idea of who this guy is, this is another one of his tweets. It's sad that so many black folk are dying to be a victim at a private university with the world ahead of them, crying about oppression and claiming black people are still slaves. So this is one of those guys. And then he says they fight to vote for against their political interest at over 90%. Yeah, okay, bro. First of all, look at who's benefiting from these social programs. Look at who's benefiting from welfare. It's not against their interest to vote for that stuff. You're being disingenuous. You're just lying. You're just lying. Like, you understand this. The guy's a former police officer. I'm sure you've seen enough to know that that's bullshit. But he's towing the conservative ink line, and he's doing like a Tommy Sotomayor, but he's not honest about it. He's not being honest. He's just saying, "Oh, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, black people." And I'm a fucking wignat. But even I will like grant them the clemency of saying, like, a lot of these people do grow up in shitty communities, and I know he's talking about like university students here, but a lot of black people do actually are kind of victims of circumstance, even if it's circumstance created by their own parents and grandparents or whatever. A lot of this is environment, but dude, like, you're just doing the fucking bit. And it's funny that you talk about racism, because a lot of your people would call you an Uncle Tom or a racist for this, because I mean you're stabbing your own people in the back, saying, "Oh, I don't care about your circumstances. Just pull yourself up. Just make it work." This fucking unempathetic, corporatist, pseudo-libertarian mindset where everything's about money. I will never shop at. Yeah, this is. I assume this is around the time that homeless black guy was kicked out of Starbucks trying to use the washroom because he didn't buy anything. I will never shop at Starbucks again. I will not support an organization that unjustifiably indicts a group of people based on race, white America, and perpetuates the victimhood of another, black America, in the name of political correctness. Let's get one thing straight, Brandon. You don't give a fuck about white people, so don't even try that shit, okay? What your movement is about is getting the Republican Party prepped for the erasure, the absolute annihilation of white people. That is what you are designing this to do. Because people have been speculating, how is the Republican Party going to survive with the demographic shift when black people vote overwhelmingly Democrat? Well, this is how. They start all these campaigns. They hire black people like this guy to start campaigns to get black people to switch sides, to become Republican. And then they don't need us anymore. And then they don't have to listen to us anymore. They're already pissed that they have to do what we want once in a while. They're just waiting for us to die out, and we are dying out, and they're celebrating it. So don't talk to me about unjustifiably indicting a race of people. Fuck you, Brandon. You're complicit in this. You're complicit in the destruction, the genocide of my race. Do you think I want to hear this shit from you? You're the fucking problem. You going after Nick Fuentes for some dumb shit. What exactly was hateful about that, by the way? What you say about black people is more racist than what he said. Oh, what? He doesn't think it's a big deal that black people had a drink from different water fountains. Well, what is the big deal exactly? You had a water fountain. It's like Norm Macdonald used to say, you have a water fountain all to yourself. We can't even drink from it. Like it's retarded. It's ridiculous. And you look at the murder rates of apartheid South Africa. There was like 2,400 murders per year. And then after apartheid, it shot up to like 24,000. And you have the same thing in America. Racial violence, interracial violence, from being perpetuated primarily by your people onto my people, goes through the roof. And we say, you know what, maybe we liked it better when we weren't getting stabbed and robbed and raped. We liked that better. And, it really wasn't a big deal that you guys had to sit at the back of the bus or that you had to drink from a different water fountain. We really don't think that was a big deal. That's the most racist thing. Yeah, that's horrible. And you need to rail against him. I'm sure you're not railing against him because your benefactors told you to. And this is another one talking about the cookie question. Again, why does a black man care so much about the Holocaust? Why do you give a shit about the Holocaust? Why is that even an issue that you feel is like so important that you need to talk? Like, who fucking cares? I wonder if maybe your benefactors care. I wonder if maybe you're taking money from people that care about the Holocaust. I wonder if maybe those people have a vested interest in pushing this narrative, and it's better optics to have a melanated individual doing their dirty work for them. I really do think you're fucking dirty. I think you're fucking dirty. You're a cop. You're a fucking cop who turned his life. I'm turning my life to God. Now you're a big Trump-supporting conservative Inc. going after the fringes, going after these racist white nationalists, while telling black people, hey, vote Republican, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I don't have any sympathy for you. But also, these white guys that do have sympathy for you, say some mildly racially charged things that I don't like, I'm going to put them on blast. Brandon Tatum, fuck you.